A lot of us are running on fumes. We wake up and we reach for our phones before we've even taken a breath. We scroll past crisis, commentary, and conflict before our feet hit the floor. By breakfast, our hearts already feel heavy and our nervous systems are frayed. I've talked with so many people, pastors, and parents, and leaders who say some version of the same thing. It feels like nothing I do makes a difference. I'm just reacting all the time. I'm tired, I'm discouraged, I'm numb, and I don't know how to find hope again. I know that feeling. The pull to stay informed, to stay productive, to stay in control. But that constant vigilance, always bracing for the next blow, it wears down more than our mental health. It slowly drains our spiritual and relational life too. For many of us, trying to follow Jesus, the real struggle isn't whether we believe in God. It's whether we can hold on to that belief and act from it when the world is so frustrating and isolating and disorienting. When our attention fades, so does our capacity to love. Because love is attention. The ability to stay present to God, to the person in front of us, to our own inner life is not a luxury. It's the shaping force of our entire lives. We become what we pay attention to. Attention is what allows us to move from anxious reactivity to steady, rooted love. But here's the problem. We live in a culture that fragments our attention by design. When our attention slips, so does our capacity to love. Our habits, scrolling, multitasking, reacting to the latest crisis. They aren't just making us distracted, they're making us less human, making us more fearful and less loving. We are becoming the kinds of people who respond to complexity with defensiveness, to difference with suspicion, and to suffering with fatigue. And in that kind of environment, even the most well-meaning forms of love become short-lived because we're trying to draw water from a dry well. So the question isn't just, what do you believe? It's, what are you practicing? What are you paying attention to day by day, hour by hour? And what kind of person are your practices shaping you to become? If you find yourself reacting more quickly than you'd like, pulled into the urgency of every single news cycle, or feeling like there's no space left inside of you to pray, and to listen, and to love, this isn't a sign of personal failure. It's a sign that you need to dig a deeper well. Because when the pressure rises, and it will, you will draw from whatever well you've dug. And that well is not built in the moment of crisis, it's built in the quiet, in the habits of attention we choose to return to again and again. Maybe digging your well looks like reclaiming the first 5 minutes of your morning, not for scrolling, but for breathing and for stillness and for prayer. It might mean pausing before you respond to that comment, not because you're afraid to speak, but because you want to respond from something deeper than just fear or frustration. It might mean choosing to end your day, not with the latest headlines, but with prayer, however halting, however simple. These practices, they won't make the chaos disappear, but they can make us people who move through the chaos differently. They can give us the inner capacity to remain steady when the conversation gets tense, when the crisis hits, when the disappointment comes. Here's what I know from my own life. The person I am in those chaotic, frustrating, fearful moments was formed by the practices I embraced in the still and quiet and grounded ones. So if you're feeling reactive, uncertain, stretched too thin, don't start with a plan to fix everything. Start by noticing your attention. Where does it go without your permission? What would it look like to gently, patiently return to something real, something good, something beautiful? That's how we dig. That's how we prepare, not with certainty or strategy, but with presence. Choose a moment today, just one moment, and be fully in it. Put your phone down. Take a breath. See the person in front of you. Look behind their eyes to the person within. Not everything has to be a performance. Not every problem has to be solved. But every day offers you a chance to choose formation over fragmentation. When the moment of pressure comes, and it always does, you'll have something deeper to draw from. You'll be someone who loves, not just when it's easy, but even when it feels impossible. And that kind of love, quiet, steady, practiced, is the kind of love that the world needs right now. It's the only love that has ever changed anything.